very good evening to all of you. I think Swami Pesna Paraga, I think he has made the day for all of us. எனக்கு அவரை மாதிரி அவ்வளோ கிளியராக தமிழ்லாம் பேச தெரியாது, but I love coming back to Madurai again and again. Again, as Vijay said, I worked in TVS, lived here in Madurai for a couple of years, so that I think makes me qualify as a son of Madurai to some extent. I won't need a presentation. Though I prepared a presentation, but I think seeing the crowd, and you represent about 50,000 students, more than that possibly, and we all spoke about entrepreneurship, and we are in tough times today. So what I'm going to speak about is how do we survive these tough times. அதாவது முதல் கேள்வி, as a HR person, whenever you go to any college, சுஜித் சொன்ன மாதிரி ஏதாவது பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் ஆஃபீஸர் முதல் கேள்வி கேட்கறது, சார் மார்க்கெட் எப்படி இருக்கு சார், வருவீங்களா, எப்போ வருவீங்க? We are in a times, where we actually cannot commit anything. We can't commit numbers, we can't commit the dates, we can't commit the months when we are going to come. But yes, the message is very clear that earlier recession or bad times, tough times used to come once in a blue moon, once in 5 years, once in 10 years, but now it's coming almost every alternate year. And we have to live with it. There's no other choice. Be it IT, be it core, be it name the sector, we have to live with it. So, a bigger audience here, who represent so many students, how do you tell them? They are all aware. Ellarkum theriyum recession vandittu recruitments will not be as high as they were in the past years. But how to live with it? Options are available. First and foremost, what you need to actually go back and tell them is, they need to go back to the fundamentals of basics. That's very important. I'm sure all the HR persons here, including Sujit, will agree with me. The one major thing that is lacking today, if you ask me, that is knowledge about the fundamentals. We are all running after, marks. We are all running after placements. But let me tell you this, through my own experience, we have hunted around students from all across the country. When I look at it, the students who are able to survive the rat race are the students who have got very good knowledge. Their base is very strong. Only they are the guys, though they will get entry into a company, but they are the guys who survive. Or else they are out in the first 6 months or 1 year. It's exposed. So that is one option that you need to emphasize, right from the first semester. The second option, I think, in these times when finding a job is tough, I think they need to look at higher studies as an option. That's another option that they can look at. Third one, which again there's a big drawback, is, none of them are domain experts. By domain experts, I don't mean a big data or a .NET or a Java domain, no. In whatever stream they are, either a mechanical engineer, be it a stream of electrical, they need to be experts in those lines. Today, when you look at any interview process, any technical rounds that are being conducted, when we ask them a basic question, or suppose electrical engineer is being asked to draw a simple diagram, electrical circuit diagram, he fails to draw it. Where is the flaw? I think they need to become experts in that. And fourth one is picking up languages. I think that's very important. The more number of languages you know, I'm not talking about computer languages, it's about human languages, as you rightly put it. That's very important. I'll give you a small story, which happened during my school days. I was brought up in a state called Orissa, and this particular town, a place called Rourkela, had a steel plant where people from all over the place were there, all over the states. They were working there, and naturally the school also had students from all states. So I have told this on multiple forums. This is to emphasize the importance on communication, how it was enforced in those days. I'm talking about 30 years back. So we had an Englishman as a principal. So we used to call him Ulta Bottle. Hindi la Ulta Bottle na bottle ke shape theriyumla. கீழே பெருசா இருக்கும், மேலே வந்து சின்னதா இருக்கும். அந்த பாட்டில கமுத்தி வச்சு பாருங்க எப்படி இருக்குமா. அவர் இப்படி இருப்பார் சைஸ், கீழே வந்து கால் மட்டும் தின்னா இருக்கும். அவருக்கு வந்து பேரே வந்து we had to kept him as Ulta Bottle. Very very strict man. இவர் எவ்வளோ ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்த்தாரு. The school of 1,200 students, he was never able to enforce discipline. That is, people have to speak in English. பண்ணவே முடியாது. He tried all sorts of things. Finally, he set out spies in the student community. இப்போ காலேஜஸ்ல நடக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். So spies ஓட ஜாப் என்னன்னா, every day ஒரு சிட் வச்சிருப்பாங்க கையில். நீங்க ஒரு தமிழ் பையனா பக்கத்தில் தமிழ்லேயே வந்து பேசுவான். ஹோம்ஒர்க் முடிச்சுட்டு ஓஎஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன், உடனே பேரை நோட் பண்ணி அங்கே போய் பிரின்சிபல் கிட்ட கொடுத்துருவான். டெய்லி திஸ் பிரின்சிபல் ஹேட் அபவுட் 40 or 50 நேம்ஸ் இன் இஸ் லிஸ்ட். காலையில் அசம்பிளி நடக்கும், ப்ரௌடா கூப்பிடுவாரு, 40 பேர் அப்படியே லைனா லிஸ்ட் போட்டு கூப்பிடுவாரு. எல்லா பசங்களும் நிற்பாங்க, ஸ்டாஃப்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க, ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி இருப்பாங்க, அத்தனை பேரும் லைனா நிற்கணும். ஸ்டேஜ்க்கு ஒரு கார்னர்ல வந்து he had a cotton box. இந்த காட்டன் பாக்ஸ்குள்ள he had soaps. அது வேற ஒரு இந்த லக்ஸ் சோப்போ கேமே அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது. he had neem soaps, மார்கோ சோப் வச்சிருந்தாரு. டேஸ்ட் தெரியும் எப்படி இருக்கும்னு. பனிஷ்மெண்ட் என்னன்னு தெரியுமா? அந்த சோப் வந்து சின்ன சின்ன கியூபா கட் பண்ணி வச்சுட்டு அந்த சோப் வந்து ஒவ்வொருத்தர் கையிலையும் கொடுத்துருவாரு. The next step was more serious. Can you guess the punishment? Eat it. Washing, eating, it's all very easy, simple. You take a glass of water, swallow it, it will go inside. The punishment was you had to brush your teeth with that soap. ஒரு வாரம் ஆனாலும் எவ்வளவுதான் நீங்க பல் தேய்ச்சி பாருங்க, அந்த டேஸ்ட் வாயிலிருந்து போகாது, எப்பவும் வந்துட்டு இருக்கும். So that was a punishment all of us underwent. And that was how communication, even I underwent that, not once, at least 4 or 5 times.
Sir, entrepreneur as an answer, sir. Sir, kachcha poidumo.
Smell poiduma, right? Taste pogadu. So that was the importance of communication in those days. That's what I want to convey. Today you can't enforce it. Pananaka, there will be some student with a knife. But yes, jokes apart, I think it is very important that from a college perspective, you need to push students to learn more languages. Get people who are able to impart those training. I know, especially in Madurai, there's a big following for Japanese language, because you've got a lot of manufacturing companies here, and there's a big, I can see a learning team, who actually propagate teaching in Japanese. A lot of Japanese schools are running around this place. So I think we should have that. And the other last thing that I want to say on this, from the campus expectation point of view, is, expectation of industry and exposure to, people from industry should be given right from first semester. Normally the tendency is we try to bring all these people from the industry in the final semester, which is actually too late. So I think the focus has to be there from the first semester itself. Now, once all this is done, so how do you, stay focused on your career? Now, looking at career, there's a very interesting talk that had come up. So, and finally what they concluded was, there are only 2 options in a career. Either you look at it as a journey or you look at it as a destination. I think the students needs to be told as to what they need to be looked at and how they can take up this career. And if they take up a career, how they look at it. Journey is very simple. Now, I decide to come from Chennai to Madurai, I can take a train or I can take a flight. If I take a flight, I just hit the destination. I don't see anything in between. I just have a goal, reach there. But if I have to undertake a journey, I take a car or a bus, stop in between, explore the village sides, come to Madurai. So what is it, if you look at it as a career? Now, if you look at it as a journey, what normally people do and what students normally do is, they look at multiple options, short-term options. Money, that's a primary driver today, if you look at journey. Instead of, they have a goal. If you ask a student, what do you want to become? I want to become a CEO in 10 years' time. Though they don't know how long it takes to become a CEO or even a vice president in a company. But they aim big, no harm in that. But the way they do it is taking shortcuts. One year in this company, 6 months in another company, another 5 months in another company. So they want to take shortcuts jump across companies, make money, and they want to reach the top at the shortest possible time. That is what I call a journey method. If you look at the destination method, people stick to one company, go up the ladder of success slowly but steadily. There will be diversions in between, but they stick to that one company, and then though it takes time, at some point of time they hit the top. That is what is a destination method. I think more emphasis needs to be given on the destination method. And finally, before I could close, I want to give a small perspective about how companies, especially Hexaware, tries to engage its employees during these tough times. First time when the recession hit us, that is IT industry, it was hit very badly sometime in 2008. Like most other companies, we also took very a knee-jerk kind of a reaction. What is that knee-jerk reaction? First thing was identify the poor performers, throw them out. That was the first kind of a reaction, but we learned. And over a period of time, what we thought, the second time when it hit us, we were better prepared. So what we did was we invested more in training. And not only in classroom trainings, we moved away from classrooms. We invested more in online trainings, invested a lot of money, so that whenever people got moved out of the project, when the project got over, instead of them sitting idle on the bench, doing nothing, roaming around the campus, what we thought is we had set targets for everybody to get into that online training mode and try to get as much certifications as possible. We also try to explore through our customers to say what were the future technologies that are going to work. And we try to focus on those technologies, on these guys. We had cross-skill trainings where they actually looked at one model and then they moved into different technologies so that they are prepared once business improves. And investment in technology of the future. A lot of customers, and our company being in a model where about 90% of it is repeat business from the same customers, we actually knew what were the kind of technologies that they're going to invest once things improve. So we invested the same kind of model on our employees. We said, okay, now we are going to train these employees on this particular technology, irrespective of whatever their background was. We brought them in, moved them from bench to trainings. And by the time things got over, now things are improving. When the whole economy was on the improvement mode, we were able to push them back into projects. And we were not able to actually move out. We did not move out even one single employee from the company till date in the current period at least for the last 3 to 4 years. And the last thing that we did was, we increased the employee communications, which normally every company does. Instead of giving, room for a lot of rumors as to what's happening, we almost on a weekly basis ran a lot of communication programs so that an employee come to know firsthand as to what's happening within this company. So tough times will be there, tough times will last, but it is about the students and how they perceive it. But even before the students, it is how you as management, how you perceive it, and then take the message down to the students. With these few words, I think I will leave the floor open for the questions. Thank you.